Are you ready to master the art of creating content that converts?
Hey, I'm Mia, a mum of two who went from being a burnt-out AMBO to six-figure content creator in less than a year, all while navigating a late ADHD diagnosis.
And I'm Kristen, also a mum of two and a former corporate branding queen turned entrepreneur. My dyslexic brain sees marketing very differently, and that's my superpower.
And together we're showing women like you how to master video marketing and create content that generates income.
Whether you're just starting out or ready to scale, we are breaking down everything from landing brand deals to building your own empire.
Welcome to I Am That Content Creator podcast, where we turn scroll-stopping content into serious income.
No filters, no fluff.
Just real strategies from two neurodivergent mums who get it. So let's turn your phone into a video marketing machine.
And let's go!
Let's go!
Guys, we're professional guys.
I can't get it. Okay, there's our intro done.
Welcome to the I Am That Content Creator podcast. We're cutting through the noise to show exactly how to create scroll-stopping content, land premium brand deals, and build a thriving online business. No bullshit, just proven strategies that help you to scale. I'm Kristen Werner, and that is the third time I have read the introduction. What's up, Mia?
I nailed it again. Just pre-record that part too.
You'd think that I would, but there's something about the energy that comes out when you just say it every single week. It kind of gets you in the zone. It's like putting on your coat of armor. It's kind of like, all right, we're here. We're ready.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready. You know who else is ready?
What? Who
we're going to talk about today? He's ready and raring to go.
I see what you did there. Just slip on in.
What are we talking about?
We are going to have a conversation today about one of our favourite products that we have purchased. It's not a digital course. It's a program. It's a lifestyle. It's BBD, which is Business by Design, with our mentor, James Wedmore. Now, for those of you that are new to the podcast, welcome. What's up? If you haven't heard about James Wedmore, then we will put some links into the show notes so that you can go and check out his podcast. We want to have a discussion about it because we are affiliates of his and affiliates of Business by Design, which is his program. And it has absolutely changed our life, changed my life. Yep. I'm talking for myself, but now Mia and I are deep in how incredible this program is and what an inspiration James and his team are to certainly our online journey. And we figured we'd just talk about it today because if you're curious about what he does, like we said, we're affiliates for him. He is about to launch his program that he only opens once a year. That is called Business by Design. And he does a 3-day launch. All the links will be in this show notes and we'll probably put them in here on our emails for the future. So obviously if you do purchase through that, we are affiliates. So we like to make that very clear, as you should if you are an affiliate. If you are an affiliate, start. If you are an affiliate for anybody's programs and you've got a link of theirs, you do need to disclose that. So if you didn't know that, then there's a little fun fact for you.
Always disclose everything.
Yeah. But the reason that, what's really interesting about this, I suppose, is when I first purchased Business by Design, before I was an affiliate, I still spoke about it with such high regard because it is something that the teachings, the learnings, the community is next level. It's absolutely incredible. And we are forever going back to it, going back to the teachings inside. It's something that you purchase once and then you've got it for life. That's why we have a lifetime with our community, because we feel so strongly about you as an entrepreneur. There are times when you dip in, you dip out, life gets busy, life gets hectic, and you kind of can't put your thoughts to the learnings all the time. And so with Business by Design, that's basically the same thing, as you can dip out and dip in whenever you want. So yeah, we absolutely love it. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about what it is, because we'll probably share it over the next coming times as they lead into launching it. And we highly, highly recommend, even if you don't have an inkling to purchase it, go to the live stuff. It is absolutely incredible. You'll have life-changing moments just because you went to the live free event.
His free content is so, so valuable. So whether or not, you purchase his program or not, that 3 days it'll just open your eyes and you will learn heaps on that 3 days, and that's free. But since you introduced me to James, Kristen, I just couldn't believe how knowledgeable this guy was and how I could relate to him, because he does a lot of the woo-woo stuff as well as the business side. But his advice and his program is just so straightforward. It works every time we stick to it. We keep going back and back and back. And without BBD, you know, perhaps we wouldn't be where we are right now.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that, you know, I suppose it's why we love this podcast so much and why, you know, Mia and I listen to lots of different podcasts. And what you may find in your journey as well is you start to listen to a podcast and all of a sudden you are so involved in that person's world and you get to understand the way they think, the way they feel. It gets quite personal, I suppose. And I think that's what happened is originally when I first joined, when did I join BBD? In maybe 2022, but I will recheck that and do a little fact check for the podcast. But when I joined, I had heard about him, I think, through a Facebook group. Maybe, no, it was another podcast, actually. It was Jasmine Starr's podcast. I heard about him, and then Amy Porterfield was talking about him as well. And maybe I did Amy Porterfield in 2021 and James in 2022. That might have been what happened for my progression, but I'll fact check it. But I heard about him on their podcast, and then I went searching, and then I started listening, and I was in hook, line, and sinker because, like you said, Mia, it's that woo-woo meets business, and I'm someone that's been like in the woo-woo closet that just kind of didn't feel like I could let the woo-woo out because I wholeheartedly believe that things happen for a reason and manifestation. I don't practice as much as I'd like, but I am very intrigued at its power over your mindset in business. And I'm was always curious about how that affected business, but until I heard James talking about it, I was a closet woo-wooer.
Yeah.
And now I love how he wholeheartedly embraces the power of that and how he brings that into his messaging and into his course. And so if we kind of backtrack a bit, it's not a course. So basically what he does is he is for digital entrepreneurs. And digital CEOs is his big thing. So that could be anybody that is making a digital product or a digital course and selling that online.
So, Kristen, could you explain to everyone sort of what is BBD, like what's inside?
Absolutely. For me, so first of all, BBD inside there, James calls it, it's kind of like a Lego manual or a Lego, if you will. But I like to say Lego manual, which is basically how to build an online business that's going to sustain you for your future, that's going to be scalable step by step by step by step. Like it's a manual. And I didn't realize that until I actually got in there, that it really is like I've been into a few courses that are fantastic, but there are steps missing or it's not as in-depth as you think it would be or whatever. But when James says it's a Lego manual of step by step by step, it really is. And it steps out everything. He's got, I think he's been online for 15 or 17 years. He's made, I think I heard the other day, $12 million. Like the guy knows his stuff. Yeah. And a year. And that's where, again, like I said before, getting in and listening to somebody's podcast is what is the magic of this stuff. And you as a creator, if you are somebody that is looking to grow your brand online and looking to build your business, yes, there's lots of podcasts, but I think it's just one form of medium that gets you into somebody's subconscious, shows them that you're the expert and builds trust like never before. And so basically in BBD, and I jump all over the place because I love it. And it's just sharing it in a way that you guys can understand what it is. But it basically, if you're a digital entrepreneur and you're somebody that wants to create a digital course, a digital product, this is the program for you. And we say that because we prepare our students and we share with them our knowledge and we kind of get you started, get the ball rolling and go, yeah, you can absolutely do this. But then we're not, I don't want to say embarrassed. We're not kind of, I don't know what the wording is, but to say to you, okay, we can get you this far, but if you want to take it to the fucking moon, then BBD is your thing. Like get in there, get surrounded by these entrepreneurs that are making incredible leaps and bounds, do the work, get the process in place. Like take his emails and, you know, there's video work in there, there's messaging work. There's one section in there that you go through messaging and your ideal customer and, the domino belief and stuff like that. Before I met Mia, went through that God knows how many times. Like, I'd like to see on the back end of BBD how many times I've been through it and then how we've been through it now. We stop, we watch it together, we dissect everything, we pull it apart because the resources are always there and they're amazing. And then when you listen to the podcasts that complement and, we all evolve as entrepreneurs. So when you hear the evolution of where his mind and his people and his community are going, and then you complement it with what's inside Business by Design, it really does match up and it just keeps you as an entrepreneur and as a digital CEO. I suppose if nothing else, it has helped me and helped us know that what we're doing is the right thing. We just got to keep going. And I think that's been the most powerful thing for us to do that and to be surrounded by people that are in it for the long haul. This is not a quick win. Do not think for a second this is a quick win. Yeah. But if you do the work and, hopefully one day we'll be on James's podcast. That's like our dream. That's our manifestation.
We're in the making. Our first is in under 12 months, going through what James teaches, implementing the funnels and the webinars and, taking that on. So, and I think when I listen to James's podcast, I love how he brings on, like, he's got a lot of proof that what he does works, right? So he gets lots of people, lots of his students on the podcast, and they speak about their journey and you can relate to it. You're like, oh, yes, they started exactly where I am. I'm kind of midway through their story and I can see what they're doing now, and you sort of get to really know his students and relate to their process and their journey.
And what's cool me is a couple of times we've listened to a few episodes and then messaged each other and be like that's what we've done. Like, we've made 6 figures under 12 months. Like, we're there now. Like, we've made it that far. And for us, certainly for me, I can't speak for Mia, but for me personally and the journey I've had to get here, sometimes I don't actually believe that is my story because I've been working so hard to get there and put all these pieces together and do all the courses. And all of a sudden, in under 12 months, Mia and I achieved that by going through this together. And maybe I needed that compadre. Maybe I needed that somebody to help put all these pieces together and make this puzzle work, to go, it does work. And now we can see why it works because we've been through it. And that's been the coolest process, to actually have gone through and done the work and got the results.
Yeah. And if you're thinking about creating a course, maybe you're a UGC creator now and you're thinking about that next step. Okay, I would like to sell a digital product or whatnot, or maybe you have a course already and it's just not moving. Perhaps the messaging is off, or, there's lots of things that can go wrong. But James's program is something that you will use in this online space for years and years and years. You'll keep going back to it. Doesn't matter what you sell. Yeah. His system works and he gets you to build a machine. So that machine is always ticking for you.
Yeah. And I think that's what's really powerful about it. And one thing that I've noticed is, even though we're members of the community, I still go back and watch the free launch every single year, one for my own resource. And the other thing that's incredible about it is, by being an affiliate, we're also taken behind the scenes of the affiliate process. Now, we have an affiliate membership community where if you join us, you can earn 40% commission as being an affiliate for us. So being able to go behind the scenes, and he's so transparent with what he will offer you to educate you that, like we hope we are for our students, we will give you everything so that you don't have to go through all the hard stuff we did. You get to, that's why we've got the fast track method to get into landing your first brand deal and becoming a UGC creator, because we want you to get money, like make some money and get paid fast so that you can chill out, relax, enjoy the next part of your journey. And I think that's what's really cool, is you get that behind the scenes stuff. And one thing that I have noticed by turning up to these live events every single year, and I will be there again this year for sure, we might even hold a little cheeky party. It is in the US, so y'all got to get up at like 4 a.m. here in Australia, but I'm here for it. I do it. But what is interesting and what I see every single year, and I did a little bit, but I probably jumped in quicker than some, is there's some people that will come and say, I bought BBD last year or the year before and I haven't really got into it yet, but I'm ready this year. And, that is something that I suppose there's a lot of quick wins when it comes to this space. And certainly with Master Research Rights in the last kind of year, it kind of blew up this digital marketing space to make people think this is so easy and it's just a quick win and bam, 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 we'll get going. Where what's nice about BBD and the community and what certainly we've built and what we're building, we hope, with our community is the hard work pays off. It takes a bit more time, but it's going to be worthwhile because you want to be here for the long term. You don't want to be here. Well, that's not fair to say. You might want to be here for the quick win. Yay, that's amazing. But if you want to be here for the long term, our community and James's program is the perfect match made in heaven, because you may not be ready for it just yet, but you're curious, or you may be ready for it and then you get in there and you go, oh, it's too much right now. It's okay because you've got it. It's never a waste. Yeah. And I think that's what I've actually loved to see is some, and I think he's had people come on to his podcast before and tell the stories of they bought it and then were like, well, I don't know. And then all of a sudden there's just a moment where something clicks and you go, oh,
all comes out.
Now I'm ready. And I know for us, that was, I think, when probably I introduced you to James and we kind of went through his stuff. For me, it clicked that I was like, oh shit, this works. Okay.
Yeah.
And now every time we go to make a decision or a pivot or something, 9 times out of 10, we'll turn back to one of his lessons and be like, hang on, what was in that thing? Like, let's just go back. Let's just double check. Let's have a look. And so that for me, yes, it's been a really incredible journey. And it's why I have no fear in sharing it with people, because even if I wasn't an affiliate, I'd be telling you, get your ass on a seat to that live, because it could potentially change your life as it has mine and now Mia's. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah, he's definitely a thought leader, and BBD can plug into any business. If you decide to pivot, if you've got a course now and you get into his stuff and you realize some things and it pivots, it doesn't matter. You just plug it into the new one and hit go. So, highly recommend BBD and James's podcast too. He's such a wealth of knowledge, and he's just got proof after proof after proof that what he does works.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's probably all we want to touch on it today, but we'll be bringing more episodes around this, certainly as he leads into his launch. And often as he leads into his launch, I kind of look at his runway now and I'm like, oh, those episodes will start again. Oh, okay, now he's leading up to this. So it also invigorates me, and I know it does for me too, because we share like, oh, did you hear this week's podcast? It invigorates us to share these stories again. So you're probably going to hear more about that in the podcast and the socials and things like that. But if you are curious about him and his process, what BBD is, then we're going to drop links to that on our socials and in the podcast. So go grab those. But yeah, that's just a little introduction. If you haven't heard before, then welcome to the party, because it is fun.
You can get on the BBD train.
BBD train.
We've got a few members who have bought BBD last year through his launch.
Yeah.
So,
I think we might even do a little cheeky BBD kind of party, a bit of a session for anybody that's curious and stuff like that, to kind of get the ball rolling. And if there's any questions and queries and stuff like that, so keep hanging around the place. Follow us on socials and at Hive Hub Collective, and we'll share all the good bits right there. This week's Would You Rather is a little business related one, but I kind of like it because it got me thinking. All right, so Mia, would you rather wake up one morning and you are a multi-millionaire through your business, right? Your business has made a multi-million overnight, but you have no idea how it got there and you don't have the steps to continue it. You just woke up and your business is fucking booming, right?
No.
Or would you rather know there is a guarantee that your business will make multi-million dollars? You don't know when, but there's a guarantee it will. Would you rather have that, but you build the steps to get there? One day you're there and it just keeps going and going. So would you rather either wake up with that money but have no idea how to continue it, how to grow it, how to do anything with it? Or would you rather know that it's going to work, but you're putting in the hard work to get it there, and then one day it's going to go boom?
Yeah, and it stays there because I've gone through all the steps to get it there. Yeah. How long are these steps going to take me to get there?
You don't know, but you're guaranteed it's going to work. There is absolutely no fail. Like, no matter what, it will work. Don't know when, but it's going to work. And so then when you get there, you know it can only continue. Where the other option is like, multimillionaire, could lose everything, or you could figure it out, but maybe not.
See, I think this one would really depend on your age, because if you're a bit younger and you've got the time to do all the steps, you would do that. But, you know.
Okay, well, 40-year-old Mia, next year on your 40th birthday, you wake up. It's either that or it's the other one.
I mean, if I spend the next 20 years doing all the steps to get to a millionaire, you know, you're going to be pretty old before you get there. But then you could wake up with $1 million tomorrow morning. Don't know how it got there, but sure you'd be smart enough to invest it and kind of make it grow somehow.
You might not, though. You might not.
Yeah.
No guarantees. Where if you've built it and you're building it and then it just pops off one day, it might be tomorrow that it pops off, but you've done all this work and now you're like, boom, I'm just going to keep this bad boy running.
Well, that's what we're doing now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. And it's funny because I was like, oh, I want that one. But I'm like, is that because I'm in it now and I know what I've learned? So I'm like, obviously I'm going to go with that one because if I can make this work, then boom, I'm just going to keep ticking this bad boy over. Because the other way is like that it's kind of like winning $1 million or more, but then you've got no way of knowing how to recreate. Like you're basically brain wiped.
Yeah. It's like when people go viral and they don't know how to go viral again because it just happened. And so they're like, well, I can't replicate that. Yeah.
So what are you going to choose? What's it going to be?
Well, obviously at my age and, you know, I've got some time to play with, I'll definitely take all the steps because then you could actually replicate it and, you know, keep going. Would be nice to wake up tomorrow with $1 million though.
Hey, look, we might, mate. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that.
Few more
I'm going to check the steps too, only because like there's part of me that's like, I think it's that, I don't know, the manifesting generator, the determined something little sucker in me that's like, I'm going to do this.
You've got to enjoy the journey too, otherwise it sucks.
Yeah. So anyway, let us know in the comments what you would do. Love to hear about it. Other than that, also you got to follow along. You want to hit the little plus on the podcast, subscribe, follow along, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Shit podcast. There's so many good ones too.